A wise man once said, when the value of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Welcome to another episode of Randoms. I am Ogochukwu Mobno, and always with me in the studio is the beautiful Sharon Ajay. Sharon, how are you doing today?
I'm very good. You know, when you added beautiful, I'm like, okay.
You are pretty.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Sharon. So we're just going to dive right into the discourse of the day. We have a beautiful story to tell you today. Not just a story, though. Something that happened. Reality. This is reality. A certain woman was arrested for reportedly killing her newborn hours after delivery due to her dislike for her husband. The tragic incident occurred recently in Fagba, Lagos, where the suspect allegedly hid the baby's body under her bed. Sources claims she resented her husband from the beginning and wanted to give birth in her village, but he refused. Now, these are the things you say, and you are asking some people, did you really labor for this child? Did you go to the labor room? Did you really carry this baby for 9 months? Because if you did, you wouldn't do that to your child only because you resented your husband. Sharon, I know I haven't given birth, Sharon, and I know you have not given birth. But I know I've heard stories of women saying, if you know what I went through in labor room, if you know how I suffered for 9 months, and then someone will give birth after all of that suffering. 9 months is about a year. It's more like, it's eating like your full year. And if you go after those struggles, those suffering, those cravings, those irritations you get during pregnancy, and then you come to the labor room, maybe you go through a cesarean section or maybe even a normal delivery, and you suffer all of those things, and you can still kill your child because you have issues with your husband.
This story is really, it's a sad one. It's not just the sad one because the woman killed that child. It's a sad one for both the man, the woman herself, and also that innocent child. Because first of all, no child, you don't get the consent of any child to be brought into the world.
Definitely.
So seeing that you brought the child into the world and took the child's life because of your whatever thing you had against your husband shows how very terrible. I can even tag it reckless and a bit of mental issue in that case.
I understand that we have postpartum depression, but if she has a reason behind it, that means this is not just postpartum depression.
No, it's something. Of course, because there's a reason to it. We can't even tag it postpartum. Sometimes, what postpartum is the fact that after giving birth, you are not just yourself. You know, your
hormones, your body has changed. So definitely, you start getting irritated.
Exactly, but not to the extent of killing. And like you said, there's a reason attached to it: the resentment of the husband. Now, we need to even look into what the husband did, because I guess it's very big. It's so terrible for her to kill her own child. And it shows that she's not even interested in, it's not about the husband this time. I think it's her. Because we know that this is someone you got married to. And I want to believe there was love, there was relationship, and then eventually there is marriage. So what could be the reason? I feel it is more about hurting the man. She wants to hurt the man. It could be because maybe they are cheating.
She just said it that because her husband refused her from going to the village to give birth. She wanted to give birth in the village. This was actually her reason. She wanted to give birth in the village, and because the husband stopped her from going to the village to give birth, she said, okay, since you stopped me, I'm going to punish you by killing your own child. It's not just your husband's child. It is also your own child. As a matter of fact, the man only dropped the sperm there in your body. You know what you went through. Your body, your body changes, your hormonal imbalance, like all of the changes that went through in your body. You know the suffering. You know how. I remember when my elder sister was actually pregnant. So she said sometimes she wakes up as late as 2 a.m. at night and she starts crying for no reason. When she told me that, I said, you do that to your husband. She said sometimes she just go on, put on all the lights and tell the husband, you cannot sleep because I'm not sleeping. So you see all of those changes and all of those irritations you go through, and you still had the guts to kill your child. because your husband refused you from going to the village.
You know, I think this is an issue that we need to even look at now because it's getting out of hand. I heard when I think a few years back, I heard a story about a woman. Now she was having back and forth with her husband, and you know they were going through divorce. Now she said she wanted to hurt the man, and she did not even know the right way to hurt the man. I guess she has tried many ways, and it wasn't maybe getting to the man as much as she felt it would. The next thing she did was to take her child, and now this was not even a baby. This was I think a toddler about 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
And I think she stabbed that child in the room. They were in different rooms. She stabbed the male child, then went to the female room and was trying to, you know, strangle the lady till the husband heard the sound, ran, and it was so shocked. And the next thing she could say is, "You will see," or something like that. I can't remember exactly the reaction, but this was a true life story. It was a true life story. The husband came home and was talking to my parents, and that is when I overheard, and it was really shocking. So I think we need to look into that, because in as much as it's not something that is it's not rampant, we don't get to hear about it most times, but women do that just to get through to.
Is it mental depression? Like,
no, it definitely is.
Some of these people need to see a psychiatric doctor.
I know when you talk about psychiatry. I was talking to somebody, I think yesterday, and we were talking about therapy, psychiatric and all of that, and we are like, in Africa, we rarely do that. I know there are some parts, there are a lot of persons that study
see a therapist,
psychology, and they're ready to work as a therapist. But where are you going to get your clients from? People feel that if you are not able to contain your mental health or mental situation wherever you are, then just become depressed and die. And then we give you sad and
I think we are resorting to church. We are resorting to, it's the demon from my village, it's the people from my village. Yes, we don't get to see it that, I might be mentally drained and I need therapist. I need to calm my head. I need to go somewhere. I need to see somebody. I need to talk to somebody. But most times we just blame it on our village people, our grandparents, and all of that. Please, I think when you start seeing signs, maybe you start hating your child. I remember my sister said when she gave birth to her last baby, I'm saying this because at least I experienced these times with her. She said one day, I was already at work, and she called me one day. She said she felt like throwing her child from, we live upstairs, like she felt like throwing her child downstairs. And this baby was like just few months old then. And so she just felt like dropping the child. That something just kept telling her, drop your child, drop your child. And immediately she rebuked it. Now, this is not, okay, we understand God plays a very big role, but that's when I told her. Immediately I came back, I said, thank God you didn't drop this child. I collected the child from her. I said, go and sleep. In fact, we even gave her a drug. I said, you need to rest. Your body has struggled for 9 months.
Yes, it has changed. Science has even say that when you are pregnant, your brain kind of shrinks. So there's a lot. Online, I even came across a text where a woman was saying her teeth were falling down. My mom said her hair was literally pulling out like
she lost her edges. Still dead. She's still struggling.
So there's a lot that goes on in the
body,
human body, and it's really sad. That's why when a woman tells you, she's having postpartum, she doesn't want to take the baby, it's understandable. You help in that, in that situation. But I think in Africa, we also even have that problem. We just automatically feel that when you're giving birth, the love for your child should just like blossom.
It doesn't work like that.
But no, it doesn't work like that. Some persons will even stay away from their child for a few months before they come to realization that they have a child and they start taking care of the child. We need to look into all of this. That woman's situation, the story you just read now, it could be postpartum, it could be annoyance before birth, then mixed with postpartum, there could be mental illness, issues, all of this combined. Maybe she might even be a very angry woman, and nobody's looking into that. Then backed up with the fact that she now has a baby. I just hope that the prison that they've taken her to, I pray there is a therapist to see her when she gets there. If not, when she's out, she will do worse. Worse because what would you now do if someone gets you offended? Now, this is your husband. I know that the anger cannot be up to this length. you know, when you compare it to someone that is not a family member or a total stranger. And it's really sad to see that a mother is doing this. You rarely hear of cases where fathers are killing
their children.
You know, it's really sad.
It's really, really sad.
Really
Please,
sad.
I think from us here, we are saying that people, I know I will definitely get there someday, will give birth and all of these changes will come.
Exactly.
I think the husbands should do better. Take care of your wives. And if you notice any of these changes and you know she really needs to see a therapist, it's not every time you run to church. Please recommend a therapist for her and make sure she gets enough rest. And I hope this lady, I hope she actually gets to see a therapist, like you said, in the prison. And also, I wish the family and the husband, especially who lost that child. I don't know if it's her first child, but I hope he gains himself, because I know right now he's not himself at all. No woman wants to give birth and just kill her child. Even a mad woman gives birth and still take care of their children to the end. So I hope she really gets justice, and the husband too, please. Okay, we'll be going on a quick break, and when we return, we have more stories for you. Please stay with us.
Get ready for the unpredictable and also unconventional show, Random.
From trending topics to honest conversations and various social media comments, randoms and it all.
No topic is off limit, no comment is too weird.
Join me, Sharon Ajay, and my co-host,
every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m.
Buckle up and enjoy the Randoms Ride.
Alright, welcome back to Randoms. And just in case you're just joining us, do not worry, you've not missed that much. We were talking about a lady who killed her baby hours after she gave birth due to the fact that her husband refused her from going to the village to give birth to her baby. I do not know what we call that. Do we call that postpartum depression, or we call that demonic problems? But then I know you are involved in this conversation, so we want to hear your thoughts. So the next story for today is veteran actress Nezeonu, who has berated two ladies who came dressed without wearing a bra. They had come to a movie audition where Ngozi was part of the screening process. Let's see a video on it.
See, any other day I'm on any audition table and I see a lady dressed like, don't, two of you. Don't, look at them. And anybody comes in dressed like this, I will disqualify that person. How can you come to an audition ground without a bra? With your prop.
I've seen that video. Now, that is what it is right now. Reacting to the viral video, Fela Kuti's daughter, Yeni Kuti, stated that it wasn't any of her business. People would tend to forget what we did in our youth. That was Yeni Kuti saying that it was not Ngozi Ezionu's business. To her, Ngozi is in no place to correct those two young ladies for not putting on bra to an audition. I remember there's a saying that says, one person gives birth, but a community trains the child.
Exactly.
Now, if Ngozi Eziounu is seeing something like that and she's pointing it out, that means it is really, really bad. And she is a mother.
Exactly.
So me, I feel like she's in every place to correct those ladies. And if she's in that audition, she is wearing bra as woman, as that she is. She's way older than these young ladies.
Exactly.
And she can put on bra and she's well dressed. Then please, she's in every place. And besides, audition is like you are coming for an interview.
Exactly. So
And
need to
you
be
are dressed
properly
the
dressed.
way you want to be addressed. So
Exactly.
you need to be properly dressed. Or am I out of place, Sharon?
Of course you are not. You know, it's really sad to hear that Yeni actually made that comment, because if the Gen Zs, let's put it that way, are, you know, acting all mannerless. Would the millennials, I don't know if she's even classified in millennials or I think Gen X or something.
Okay.
Coming out to sound like a Gen Z, not just a Gen Z, but a mannerless Gen Z, with all due respect, it's really sad. Because we have, on one hand, we have, you know, Ngozi berating these young ladies. On the other hand, we have another person that is close in age with Ngozi, telling her that people forget where they does that matter?
You did all of this, so why tell them?
You know, there's a proverb that said, watch what a older person see while sitting down. You can't see, as a younger person, you can't even see when you are up, standing up. So whatever Ngozi have seen while she was young, you might not
don't want that mistake to repeat itself. Very true.
Most women, they literally struggle their way. They also their way into the movie industry. Most of them are not even pleased with whatever they did. But along the line, they figure that, oh my God, my integrity, my dignity has been trampled on. This is not something I would ever want even someone I do not know to repeat. And that is why she berated those young ones. We are going for, just like you said, you are going for an audition. You are not wearing bra. What is your aim? And of course, you know how you know how we women, our body are. You can't say you will not just wear bra and your body will just be, you know. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to tell whoever is auditioning you that this is how you are? Because now, you know, when we talk about sexual advances, sexual harassment, and all of that, the entertainment industry has the highest of that. They have the highest of it. You hear, I can't get to this movie role if I don't sleep with this person. I can't do that. But when you come like that auditioning, and you know, more like you're selling yourself. Definitely. So you don't expect them to treat you as a Maria Amaka. Of course, you don't expect them to treat you as Maria Amaka. So whatever that woman says, another thing is, it is her audition. So she has the right. She can even tell you to even go back. Yes, it's her audition. You go back. I don't need you here. Exactly. Just like when you go to a office space, they can tell you what to wear and what not to wear. Definitely. It is their rule. You need to abide by their rule. Whatever training you've had outside that before you came for the audition, it should be left outside the door of the audition. The problem I have with that video is the fact that they recorded them. Now, number one, did they seek their consent before recording them? Because in as much as they did something wrong, you can as well correct them. They are young, and let them know that this is not the proper way to do things. Some people did not get this training at home. The mindset they have from home is what they are bringing out. So as a mother, what is the step for you to take? You don't just come and start putting them on internet. No, they did not. I don't know if they got the concept. I actually don't think she was the one. I think someone else was filming. Maybe in the crowd. You know, when you go for audition, I know I've been opportunity to be in 1 or 2 audition over the years. And when you go for audition, you just see like the crowd. They are always much like over 5,000. Sometimes you get to see 3,000 persons. You know, in the audition ground. So I feel like someone was filming and the person actually put it up, because I didn't get to see that in her own page, Ngozi's page. I didn't really get to see that in Ngozi's page. I saw it in one of the blogs, but I didn't get to see her in her page. So I felt like someone else just actually uploaded it when she was advising those young girls, because she wasn't the one filming, except maybe she asked someone to film. I understand that you are trying to protect the rights of the girls, but you know, when you dress like that and maybe something happens along the line, you see these same girls, they come to tell you. They come out on social media to say, he harassed me. He asked me to sleep with him to get a role. Oh, I cannot forget this day. But this is the way you are dressed. But don't also get it twisted. Because, you know, the viewers can actually get it twisted. Dressing a certain way it shouldn't give men the liability to want to harass you. In as much as, yes, we know that's a contributory factor to, you know how men, they are moved by what they see. But it shouldn't also be the reason, or it should not be, like I said, the license for them to do whatever they want to do or harass females. We understand that dressing is something that we cannot even stop talking about. It cannot be overemphasized. It can never be overemphasized. Yes. Overemphasized, sorry, excuse me. But of course, you as a man, you should understand that. You should understand your place as a gentleman. You should understand your place as a man. You should understand your consent rather as a man.
You just said gentleman.
No, you know why?
I'm about to say something. I wanted to say body they move. Oh.
No, you know why?
You wear that kind of dress and you want a gentleman to be gentle.
No, yeah, that's why you have to learn
this brain and the brain they have in between their legs are different brains.
Exactly, and that's why we women we need to help them.
Do your
exactly.
I remember there was a story, not a story. I think Prudence of Prudential Styling, the Prudence that just got married to a copy. She wrote something. She said, in as much as you are the guy's fiancé, she was advising ladies. So you have been dating this person for a long time. Now he engaged you. It's not a license for you to start dressing anyhow to see him. You guys are just engaged, not married.
Exactly.
And she was saying, young ladies, if you are engaged and you're going to his house, it's not now a license for you to now wear all the whole open breast, maybe your cleavage, sorry, your buttocks or something is now, or you are wearing something very tight that could be revealing your body. That is not a license to do that, you know. And she said, because you might just tempt the young man of God that is trying to protect himself, and he ends up doing something that is not right. At that point, you are actually tempting this guy. That point you are tempting this guy, you've actually committed a sin. And you get, so it's really very, very wrong. So please, let us dress the way we want to be addressed. Let us also dress proper when we are going out for any audition or any organization. Every organization have a way of dressing. You don't just wear anything to any organization. You are supposed to dress according to the organization style.
Exactly.
Yes. So please, because we don't want to keep hearing, please see what he did to me. He did that, he did this, and all of that. So let us try to dress properly to avoid issues. So we'll be going on a short break. But before we go on this short break, Sharon has comments concerning this story. You trust Nigerians to always want to say something. You could hear from Yenikotis her own opinion concerning this story, and trust Nigerians to always want to say something concerning this story. Like I said, community 90 train Peking. So we're going on a short break, and when we return, Sharon will be reading the comments from X, formerly Twitter.
Get ready for the unpredictable and also unconventional show, Random.
From trending topics to honest conversations and various social media platforms, randoms and it all.
No topic is off limit, no comment is too weird.
Join me, Sharon Ajay, and my co-host,
every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m.
Buckle up and enjoy the Randoms Ride.
Welcome back. You heard the story about not dressing well, and Yenikuti is on one side saying, do not tell these people what to do, they are Gen Zs. And Nezeonu also is on one side saying it is very, very wrong. Well, I'm moving over to Sharon today, right now, to fill us in on the comments for today.
All right, I'll be reading the comment from X. Of course, trust Nigerians to be all hype. Okay, so we have the first comment, Dr. Mary. Dr. Mary says it was her business because it was her set. Of course, just like what Ogochukwu said. However, I believe their privacy should have been respected. It's either she had the more camera policy while addressing the issue, or she should have instructed all ladies without bra to go outside to fix it. Exactly, just like I said, but debunked that and said she wasn't the one that recorded it. It was an outsider that did that. Moving on, we have Pato Pato. Pato Pato says some Oyinbo countries are presently retracting their steps because because for a very long time they applied the strategy of it's not your business, and it came back to hurt them. Make una continue with this philosophy of it's not your business until it takes us where we know. Of course, there were lots of persons saying it's not our business. She should have mind her business. We don't do that in Africa.
We don't do that.
Ogochukwu made mention
It is
of
everybody's
something.
business.
Said now you they born picking.
But na community they train am.
So of course, there's nothing like a mind your business when it comes to Africa. Moving on, we have Samuel. Samuel says, dress how you want to be addressed. Going for an audition, you need to be dressed professionally. Tomorrow, they will come out and say, director, sleep with me before giving us role. Sleep with us before giving us role. Exactly. Next, we have Plato's cousin. Plato's cousin says, Yeni are the kind of old women that love to see misery in younger women.
Oh God,
the world needs more women like Ngozi, not Yeni. The young generation need to be corrected. If you've done the rubbish when you were young, it means it is right. So there's a question now. If you've done the rubbish when you were wrong, does it mean it is right? This is a very nice comment. Moving on, we have Lumi Extra. Lumi Extra. Lumi Extra says Ngozi Nezeonu would have talked to them in private as her children, not disgracing them on camera. Everyone is forming a saint. Well, now you get your mouth to when you talk. And lastly, we have Mind Talks. Mind Talks says, because you've made mistakes, does that mean you cannot correct or prevent kids from making the same? Society is becoming decadent due to these mindsets of let us not correct. That's a very good comment also, because you've done it before and it's past your time. Does it mean that you cannot correct the younger ones when you see them going the same lane that also favorable to you? No, we can't do that. We can't keep quiet when
we've passed that stage.
If you chook leg here and the team paying you, when you see another person walking through that direction, tell the person, please don't do that, because I've done that before.
Except you are a hater.
Exactly. Nothing like mind your business. Well, in my own case, I don't want you to mind your business. When you
when you see me going the wrong path, please correct me.
Because you are older, and of course, what you see sitting down, when I stand, I might not, see that. So,
yeah, very, very true. So, please, in the country, I understand some persons are of the opinion that you could have kept it private and all of that, and correct them, they will hear. But I think this one will stand out, and it's going to be a message to every other person that's coming for an audition, that please dress well, please. Because you want to be addressed properly, also dress properly. Anyways, that's what our time is going to permit us today to share with you. We wish we had more time to read all our comments on X. But do not worry, you can rush off to YouTube, engage there, drop your comments. We'll be taking it up the next time, and we are going to appreciate these thoughts of yours concerning the stories we shared with you today. So if you're not following us yet, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. It's Global TV NG, and watch Randoms. Well, from Ogochukwu and Sharon, today we're saying bye.